I sincerely thank Heavenly Parent and True Prince for allowing someone as unworthy as me to stand here today. I am Komazu Kajuhiro from the 6,500 couple blessed family affiliated with Tama Tokyo Hyojeong Church. Today, I would like to share about the grace we received through my wife's Central Evil Spirit liberation. In April 2023, my wife and I moved to Tokyo to live together with our second son and his wife. My wife, who had always been busy working, suddenly found herself with a lot of free time. And on top of that, she faced stress from the relationship that came with living together with our son and daughter-in-law. This led to both physical and mental stress. Her headaches worsened, her body swelled up, and even white spots appeared on her skin. By the end of August, her mental condition deteriorated to the point where she could no longer control herself, and she was admitted to a psychiatric hospital. At the time, I didn't know what to do, but the only thought that came to mind was to do Central Evil Spirit liberation. We have 6 children, so we decided to divide the responsibility among them, and as the first step, applied for the Central Evil Spirit liberation at the nearest weekend workshop. The next day, when I visited the hospital, the doctor suddenly said her condition had improved. I knew that at the moment, it was the grace of the Central Evil Spirit liberation. However, since the doctor did not believe in the spirit world, I couldn't explain it like that and simply asked for her to be discharged quickly since her condition got better. But once admitted, it's not easily to be discharged from the psychiatric hospital. The doctor insisted that she needed to stay longer, likely because they didn't understand the reason why her condition suddenly improved. So, I asked our second daughter, who is currently serving as an assistant pastor's wife at Cheonwon Church, to go to the Cheonsimwon and offer a Hyojeong offering paper so that she could be discharged quickly. Then, the very next day, we received a call from the hospital saying she can be discharged today. Being with her husband will be the best treatment. I never felt the grace of the offering papers since then. Well, I never felt it. I truly felt Heavenly Parents are working. Although she was discharged, I had a strong feeling that she had to participate in the 40-day workshop, but I also felt that I had to go with her, so we waited to match the timing. Then suddenly, my wife lost consciousness again and had to be hospitalized for about a week. The hospital said that parts of her brain were swollen and not functioning well, but they couldn't do much for her there. So she was discharged even though she wasn't fully recovered. By then, it was winter. Since the paths around the training center freeze and get slippery in the winter, it's dangerous, and many say spring is far better for attending the 40-day workshop. So finally, in late February 2024, we were able to join the 265th 40-day workshop. During that time, her condition remained unstable. We had to stake everything on this 40-day workshop. At that time, we met Ansu Director Kim Dok-soo and received a Central Evil Spirit diagnosis. Even though we had done the first liberation, he said there were still many left. I asked, we already did the first liberation. How can there still be so many? He replied that one person sometimes has as many as 60 spirits. Although I heard that, by the end of the 40-day workshop, my wife's condition had improved so much that I thought we could take our time doing the remaining Central Evil Spirit liberations. So we planned to join the 21-day workshop in August. However, a day before joining, While riding the bus back to Seoul, my wife lost consciousness again and had to be hospitalized once more. This time, she also suffered a compression fracture in her lower back. Fortunately, we found a good hospital and the compression fracture was able to be healed quickly. After that, October 4th, 2024, when we participated in the 21-day workshop again, my wife's atmosphere and aura had changed from before, and those who knew her were very surprised. Even when meeting people she knew, she didn't greet them and showed no interest in her surroundings. During that workshop period, we did our second Central Evil Spirit Liberation. However, right after barely finishing the 21-day workshop, she suddenly lost the ability to speak. When we went back to the hospital in Seoul where she had been previously treated, and the results showed that inflammation had developed in her frontal lobe, she had lost both language and memory functions. At that moment, I really wanted to ask Heavenly Parent, why did this happen even though we received the 21-day workshop? But then, the thought came to me, Central Evil Spirit's liberation hasn't been complete yet. So I immediately applied for the third Central Evil Spirit liberation. At that moment, I submitted the application. My wife, who was beside me, began to tremble slightly, and I could feel that the Central Evil Spirits were leaving her body. Then I strongly felt the message, you could have done it if you tried. Why didn't you do it sooner? After that, my wife said she was sleepy and for 2 days didn't eat anything and only slept. And then 2 weeks later, her memory and language abilities completely restored and her mind has become clear. What I realized through this is that because we had already done 2 rounds of Central Evil Spirit Liberation, I thought we could take it slow from here on. But the remaining spirits had been exerting their power to the fullest and tormenting my wife. Central Evil Spirits are truly terrifying. It was astonishing and truly grateful that the moment we applied, they were able to separate. I also felt deeply that it was thanks to the members at church who offered name-calling prayers for us. I will never forget that devotion. Taking this opportunity, I offer my heartfelt gratitude. Now, 7 months later, we are receiving the 21-day workshop together. My wife's mind is clear, and when she meets someone she knows, she greets them warmly and is receiving the training gracefully. I sincerely thank Holy Mother Han, True Mother, for opening the path of Central Evil Spirit liberation that we couldn't do until now. Thanks to the love and guidance of Heavenly Parent and True Parents, we were also able to register as the Chumbo family this time. Offer my heartfelt gratitude to Heavenly Parent and True Parents for allowing us as a couple in good health to stand in this position. I offer glory and deep gratitude to Holy Mother Han, True Mother, who walked the path of sacrifice to open this way. Through this Central Evil Spirit liberation, through the devotion of Chonshimwon, I truly felt that Heavenly Parent is working. If we become one in heart and in will, with absolute faith with Chonshimwon, and become one with True Mother, I believe that a spiritual world-level providential history will unfold to overcome all the current crises of heavenly Japan. I believe that a miraculous providence will arise through which we can protect True Mother. Now, True Mother has won victory over entering the entrance ceremony of the Cheonryo Sanctum, where we live attending Heavenly Parent as a substantial being. I believe that if we just become one with True Parents and move forward, it will be enough. And I will move forward with that faith. As Chumbo family, from now on, we will become a family that offers devotion toward the reunification of North and South Korea. This concludes my testimony. Thank you very much.